Hi there, this is Mira once again and welcome to RTT Videocast. In today's video we will see 10 tips to use your Nova Launcher like a pro. Now some of these tips only work for pro version of Nova Launcher. So go ahead and get the Nova Launcher Prime from the Play Store. It is worth every single penny and possibly one of the best investment that you can make for your Android. And with that being said, let's get started. Number 1. Keep it simple. So the less you have on your home screen, the better it looks. And to keep it minimal, I only recommend one home screen. And it won't be a problem because we can access everything in less than 3 steps, which we will see later in this video. Also open up the desktop setting in Nova Launcher and turn off search bar, scroll indicator and icon label etc. And while you are at it, also lock your desktop. This will prevent accidental rearrangement or deletion of the apps on your home screen, especially if you have kids at your home. Another thing that I find useful is to adjust the icon size according to your home screen. For instance, if you have a bigger screen, then increase the size of your icon and vice versa. This way you can handle your phone easily, even with one hand. Number 2. Turn on infinite scroll. Now, one of my favorite Nova feature is infinite scroll, and what it does is, say you reach the far end of the app drawer or your desktop and now you want to go back to the other end. Then without the infinite scroll, you will have to go through every screen, but with infinite scroll, you can go from the last screen to the first one. However, by default, this feature is turned off. So you need to enable it by going to your settings and then app drawer and infinite scroll. Also, if you are using multiple desktop, then do this for them as well. Number 3. Unread count. So iOS has this great feature which display the notification count of the app directly on the icon. Now, even though this is useful, Android doesn't have it. But guess what? Our Nova Launcher support these badges. All you have to do is install its plugin called Tesla Unread from the Google Play. And then you will start seeing this unread counter on every popular apps like phone, call, hangout, WhatsApp and whatnot. Number 4. Hide application. Now there are some apps that we have to install for other apps to work, but generally we don't use them. A good example would be Tesla Unread app that we have just installed. We need this application but we don't need it on the app drawer. So let's hide them. To do this, simply press and hold the app icon that you want to hide and then drag them to the edit section. And here you have to uncheck the app folder and that's it. To do this for the multiple application, go to Nova Launcher setting and look for the hide option there. Now anytime you want to see this application, simply open up the app drawer and search for its name and you will see there. Number 5. Take backup. So few weeks back, I was playing with my lock screen pattern. And basically I was trying to find the hardest pattern for my lock screen and unfortunately I was successful at that. So once I locked my phone, I was not able to remember the pattern and eventually had to factory reset my device. Now the worst part of this experiment was I had to reconfigure each and every settings on the Nova Launcher. Now don't get me wrong, I did have a backup of my Nova Launcher settings. However, it was stored locally and not on the cloud storage. So moral of the story is always take a backup and store it on the cloud, and Nova Launcher is pretty good at it. All you have to do is open up the settings and under backup and import, tap on backup. Now remember to save this backup file on your Google Drive. And that's it. Nova Launcher will create a backup of everything other than the wallpaper you have set. But that's not a big problem, right? Number 6. Activity widget. Say you want to control a very specific part of an application, like creating a desktop shortcut for toggling Wi-Fi, Bluetooth or even controlling a application. Now to do that, you will have to use the widgets, and if that app doesn't have one, then you will have to download an extra application from the Play Store. But Nova Launcher has a hidden setting that can access all these shortcuts. So to do that, go to widgets and under Nova Launcher, select activity widget and then drag it to the home screen. Now from here, you can choose any activity shortcut for any app. For instance, I want a shortcut to toggle my Wi-Fi network. So I will go to settings and then look for the Wi-Fi. Now, one common problem is it is hard to tell what exactly these shortcuts are going to do since all of them have a similar name. So for that, simply press and hold the option and it will show you the preview, and once confirmed, tap on the shortcut to add it on your home screen. Overall, very powerful and very useful. Number 7. Create a folder. Now everyone knows how to create a folder on Nova Launcher. Simply hold the application and put it over one another. But do you know Nova Launcher also support folder options in app drawer? For instance, let's say I want to group all these Google apps under a single folder. This will clear up some space and make my app drawer look tidy. So to do that, tap and hold any of the application and drag it to the edit option and then create a new group for it. Let's call it Google Apps, and that's it. Now it will add a new folder on the app drawer and you can add all the other apps in a similar fashion. And the cool thing is, whenever you open this folder, it will put all the other applications in the app drawer out of focus. And another cool one is Nova Launcher also sync the folder with same name. So if you add a new app on your desktop folder, then it will also appear in the app drawer folder. Number 8. Labs. So do you know there is a hidden menu in the Nova Launcher settings which is called Labs? And to reveal that, simply tap the volume down key 3 times and it will appear at the bottom of the settings. Now to be honest, you won't find anything useful in this section unless you are a developer. But there are a few cool things to play around, like you can enable the export PNG option which will let you extract the transparent image of widget and icon etc. Again, not very useful but definitely fun to play with. Number 9. Swipe up. So this swipe option is the second most useful feature of Nova Launcher, and let me give you an example of what it does. So we use inbox for 2 things, one to read the emails and second to send an email. Now the cool thing is you can do both of these actions directly from the app icon. For instance, if I open the app, it will open the regular mailbox, right? Now if I swipe up the app icon, then it will launch the compose box. Similarly, tapping on my Chrome will open the normal browser and swiping up my Chrome icon will open the Google Now voice search. So let's see how to do this with YouTube app. I want to open the YouTube Creator app by swiping up gesture, and to do that, hold down the YouTube app icon and go to edit, and under swipe up, choose any action you want to perform. Here I would like to add the YouTube app. But as you can see, there is also an option to add activity, which means you can possibly add anything. Number 10. Gesture. Now gesture is the best thing an Android can have. In fact, I strongly believe Google should have this feature built in every version of Android. So what it does is, it makes it very easy to use this massive 6-inch phone with just one hand. For instance, to quickly access my quick settings, simply swipe down the desktop. And to open the app drawer, all I have to do is swipe up. Similarly, 2-finger swipe will open the notification and 2-finger swipe up will open the camera app. And the most useful one is when I double tap on the desktop, it will turn off the screen. And guess what? If you are rooted, then this gesture will also work with the smart lock. And you won't have to enter the pin if your phone is still in your hand. Okay, so let's see how to get this gesture. Obviously, you will need a paid version of Nova Launcher, but like I said it is worth every single penny. So go to your settings and then gesture. Now here I have linked my gesture to the things I use most, but your mileage may vary and you can choose accordingly. Now these gestures also work with tasker tasks and activity. So yeah, possibilities are limitless. Well, this is all for now. I hope you find this video helpful. And if you did, then give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comment section below how do you customize your Android. And if you're a new visitor here, then subscribe to this channel for more videos on Android. So this is all for now. It's Mrinal signing off, and like always, thanks for watching.